Oh, I hope this is the last take. I don't know how many I've done. Well, welcome back, guys, to Oak Island. It's early October. The weather is beautiful, and as we can see, Oak Island is looking great as usual. There's a really nice view of the causeway. Let's see if there's anybody in the parking lots. Yes, there's quite a few vehicles in the parking lot, so I wonder what's going on at the work sites. I think we're going to take a look. All right, so we see the garden shaft and money pit area. There's Billy's big excavator. All quiet here though, like nothing going on except this suspicious caisson kind of just sticking out of the ground. My theory is it's just like a caisson that's just, it's only like in there 4 feet, just because there's no cover on it, and they wouldn't leave something like that open. But it's hard to really tell. It's almost like it's there to throw me off or throw us off. If you go down to the rock sorting area where we were last week when there was tons of action, you can see it's all disassembled. There's just one of the parts of the sword sitting there, but nobody around. It's very quiet in both areas of the island. So really the only other place that they could still be working anywhere, but most likely place would be the swamp. But as you can see, the swamp is still empty. The swamp's still empty, but they're still doing a little bit of work on the far end of the swamp, and I think that's where all the attention is right now. I do know there are people actively working there. There's nobody in the excavator right now, but they are working that site, so I'm curious, like it's really early in the year and they've wrapped up, they're done, and I'd be very shocked if they came back for anything else. And just looking back at my videos, last year it was I think it was the very beginning of November they were here till so it's very suspicious that they would have stopped working basically a week ago. When I was last there, in fact at the time they had the everything disassembled, or a lot of things disassembled if I remember correctly. So I just wanted to give you guys a second to take a look at this spot, because it is the newest and seems to be very active. Anybody who's a real sleuth and has time to pause and take a look around and see if they can figure out what's going on, let me know in the comments below. But I definitely think there obviously been a big clue from that area where they wouldn't be there. And as well, they didn't really do any work at all in the other area. I mean, they had the planks down, but they didn't really do much digging. So it's kind of weird. Again, I got a pretty good shot of the only site they're working and I don't know, like I said, tell me if you can, if you have any ideas. Well, it says the end, so I guess we done. In my last take of this voiceover, I brought up Smarties. Everybody knows what Smarties are made by Nestle, and anybody I don't know, probably 40 and older would definitely know that there was a point here probably 20 years ago where Nestle changed the candy coating or whatever the dye for the candy, and very significantly changed the taste and everything about Smarties. And I've got to say they were horrible. Nothing against you guys, like that's just a personal thing. But compared to their their ancestors, they're just they don't compare. And I think there was reasoning for this. They health ring, I do believe, or something. I don't know, Google it, let me know. But I don't know why people would still buy him. And now you're probably asking, well, pay if you don't like them more, did you buy them? And my answer to that is because they come mixed with Kit Kat and Aero and Coffee Crisp in Halloween packs. So I've eaten all of the rest and I'm down to the Smarties. So when I'm really getting a craving for some chocolate, I broke down a couple times and then had some Smees, and I guess they take the edge off, but I could say, come on man, go back to your old recipe, like old recipe. I'm not that old, but you know what I mean. What else? It's an absolutely beautiful day out in the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia today. I filmed that particular video, or this particular video, I guess you would say, couple days ago. And just I haven't had a chance to get to it until yesterday, and then I had to do the voiceover, which I got lazy last night, and I got distracted. I was going through Netflix, and what was it, the Gentleman was on or whatever. And so I thought, yeah, I'll check it out, and ended up watching about 3 or 4 episodes. So there you go. That's why I didn't do the voiceover yesterday, and I'm doing it today. I'm just watching the TV, watching some deer, which reminded me that I hit a buck, unfortunately, at the beginning of the week. That's how my week started on Monday. And I'm not a hunter. Nothing against it or anything. It's just nothing I've ever done. My father hunted quite a bit and my uncle does. I know that but so I know the basics of deer, buck, doe and all that. So anyway, after coming around a corner, he jumped out of the ditch so fast that like there was no time to even react. Unfortunately, and anyway, I'll spare you the details. But we did have the RCMP come right away. So great on you guys. Because the biggest thing for me was that I needed somebody to put it out of its misery. And in Canada we have different gun laws. So not just anybody can come shoot it. And I don't carry a rifle. So anyway, the RCMP, which is our national police here, the guy did a great job. And then our natural resources, a guy came to clean the rest of everything up. And anyway, he says to me, he says P.O., he says I've been doing this job for 20 years now, and he says that's the biggest buck I've ever seen. He said that's a 16-point buck. And I'm like, well, I know it's big cause I hit it and I felt it, and what, the airbags didn't even go off. So it's lucky, insurance will take care of that type of stuff. It's just nobody was hurt. But it could have been much worse, so I'm very thankful for everything. Let's face it, very thankful for life. So that's I took a picture of it, but I am not going to put it on here. If you want to see it, everybody says wow, I want to show to them, mostly hunters and stuff. But if you want to see it, let me know. I can email it to you. Anyway, I think that's all that's really going on right now. Yeah, just the smart thing, it's just be nice if they would switch back. But alright, I am going back. So alright, I just want to end this by giving my family a shout out to my kids. You guys are the reason that I do this. You're my inspiration. I love you with all my heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.